In September of this year, the Turkish Lira became the top crypto trading pair on Binance. And so in this video, we're going to look at why Turkish people find crypto so attractive. And we're also going to look at why 75% of all the fiat volume on exchanges this year has been in the Turkish Lira. Stay tuned to find out more. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. And today we're going to be talking about the Turkish Lira. The Turkish Lira comes up time and time again. Every couple of months we seem to be doing a video about it because, well, simply because of the inflation rates that they're having are just so crazy over there. A bit like in Venezuela. And we're now seeing the Turkish citizens or Turkish residents, people of Turkey, choosing crypto, or certainly becoming very interested in crypto and looking to ditch the lira, basically, because it's just losing its value month on month. Now let's just quickly read through the article so we know what we're talking about, and then we'll comment after. The Turkish Lira became the most dominant fiat trading pair on Binance in the month of September, and this is according to the crypto exchange's research. The Lira accounted for 75% of all fiat volume in early September, despite being the fourth largest crypto market globally in terms of transaction volume after the US, India, and the UK. The Lira trading pair boom can be tied to the recent influx of crypto investors in the Turkish market, and 27% of the participants in Binance's research started their journeys as crypto investors within the last year, 8% of whom joined in the last 6 months. Most respondents hold up to $175 or 5,000 Turkish Lira in crypto and prefer investing heavily in real estate. As shown below, the profitability factor is one of the biggest reasons for Turkey's interest in crypto. Ease of monitoring, no minimum threshold, and low transaction costs remain some of the notable drivers for new investors. The inherent risk associated with crypto contribute to the reluctance of many Turkish investors. Now, over the last 3 years, crypto adoption in Turkey increased from 16 to 40%, and the country is ranked 12th on the Chainalysis Global Crypto Adoption Index on 2023. Turkey also received humanitarian aid in crypto during the 2023 earthquake. Now, while crypto adoption in Turkey shows no signs of slowing, the nation is reportedly drafting fresh regulations to govern crypto assets in its efforts to convince the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, to remove it from its grey list. Back when the FATF placed Turkey on its grey list in 2021, Turkish Finance Minister Mehmet Şimşek clarified that Turkey had adhered to all but one of the 40 standards set by the watchdog that was related to dealing with crypto. Şimşek cited plans to propose a crypto asset law to Parliament to exit the grey list, but did not specify the legal changes. So the reason that people are choosing, or that Turkish people, whether they be residents or whether they be citizens of Turkey, are choosing crypto or choosing to venture, I don't think it's about I think it's less so about investing and trying to make money, like your typical investor would. Over short and long terms. I think this is just about not being screwed by the lira, because if you look at the inflation rates for Turkey, it is astronomical, and it's just going parabolic every year that goes by. And I want to bring your attention to this chart that basically charts the lira against the dollar from the 1960, or it actually starts in 1959, but the first record begins in 1960, right up until 2022, and you'll just see that after the year sort of 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, it starts a significant rise, sort of a linear rise, you would say, that didn't even exist before. And then once you get to 2019, 2020, and then especially 2021, it goes, exponential. It's no longer linear. And now, in my opinion, this is all due to Erdogan's economic policies. Erdogan being the Prime Minister, or the head of state for Turkey. Now, he will not, for reasons known only to him, raise the interest rates. He likes to keep interest rates very low, and everybody knows, under sort of anyone that knows anything about modern monetary theory, that causes inflation. Now, what central banks in the West will usually do, well, not usually, they'll always do, if inflation starts to get carried away, like it has done recently in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, you'll see the central bank, whether it's the Federal Reserve in the US, Bank of England in the UK, or the ECB in Europe, raise rates, because it makes borrowing more expensive, and it just makes it makes it difficult for inflation to be sticky, as they like to say. Now, inflation can still get carried away. You can still lose control of inflation, even if you do raise rates. But 9 times out of 10, it will bring it down. There can be other things like war that can cause inflation as well. And it's important to know that there is a difference between quantitative easing and inflation, and also currency debasement. We're just talking about inflation here. And so, because Erdogan has been in power for what will be this year 20 years, he has just not raised the interest rate, and so as inflation's crept up and crept up and crept up, that should have been tapered, or it should have been counteracted with a raise in the interest rates, which his government should have done, or the central bank for Turkey, and he didn't. He kept it low, and he's still kept it low now. And so what you're seeing is inflation going to ridiculous, just ridiculous levels. And so the people of Turkey suffer, and this really punishes everybody in Turkey, because everything becomes expensive now, because the lira is being basically devalued against everything and anything. So it's being devalued against gold, against the dollar, against every other currency out there that it's trying to compete with, against the house price. It's just losing against everything. So now for you, if you are Turkish and you have to hold this piece of crap, which is the Turkish lira, you don't want it anymore, because you know that if you've got some savings in Turkish lira, in a year's time, where are you going to be? You'll still have 1,000 lira if it's 1,000 lira that you saved, but the purchasing power of that 1,000 lira might only be 500 lira, and in fact it'll be worse than that. I mean, that's being conservative by Turkish standards. For it to just half in value or half in purchasing power by next year would be quite conservative. And in fact, the way things are going and the way the chart that I showed you earlier is looking, it's really could end up being a lot worse than that. We could be into triple digits for multiple years, and it's just going to be awful. Well, it's awful for people living there and earning in lira. And so Erdogan here is really testing the boundaries when it comes to modern monetary theory, and actually, because he's the first to do this, to just keep rates low and just let inflation go wild, nobody really knows what's going to happen. Even the experts, as you would say, or the top economists, they don't actually know what's the end, how this will end, other than it's just inflation and the currency will just implode. But it hasn't happened before, so nobody truly knows. So that's my opinion, and I think that's why the people are running to crypto, because at least with crypto, I mean, it can go down, but it can go up as well, and it could stay the same. At least you've got 2 in 3 chances of not losing. Whereas with the lira, it's almost certainly going to be worth less next year. So that's what I've got for you guys anyway. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you all tomorrow evening. I put out a new video every single day. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.